everybody. I hope that you guys had a great month off, and I hope that you were able to rest and rejuvenate yourself so that you can come in to this new month ready to teach through October. So through the month of October, the kids will be learning that God helps me with big things. They'll be learning a lot about Bible stories where God has helped people in the Bible do really big things. And their memory verse is going to be 2 Chronicles 32:8. We have the Lord our God to help us and to fight our battles for us. 2 Chronicles 32:8. So that just really reinforces the truth that God will help us do big things because the Bible says we have the Lord our God with us to help us fight our battle and the hard things that we go through. He'll never leave us. He'll always be there to help us when we have these bad things to go through. So you have two options when the kids come in before story time, before worship. The first one is called Help Please. And you can play some music during this to make it a little bit more fun. Each kid is going to get a little tissue, and they'll put it on top of their head. And the point of the game is for the kids to run around, or maybe not run, but walk quickly around the room, and they don't want their tissue to fall off. If their tissue falls off, then they have to freeze and they can't move. And then one of the other kids has to come and help them and put their tissue back on their head. So when someone helps someone out, when another child helps somebody get a tissue back on their head so they can move again, you can all cheer and clap for that person for helping the other child. The other activity is Ba Ba Roar, and it's just like Duck Duck Goose, except you're gonna say Ba Ba Roar, and when they say roar, that's when you get up and you run around and try to tag the other person. Then you're gonna have story time, and story time this week is about David. So the kids are gonna learn about how David took care of his sheep and how he loved his sheep so much. And then one day, or sometimes bears and lions would come, and they would come and try to take his sheep away and eat them. But David loved his sheep so much, and he trusted in God, so he went after those bears and those lions. And with God's help, he was able to get the bears and lions to go away to save his sheep. So that's basically the story. It's fairly short, but it still is really important for the kids to see that God helped David with his sheep, and God can help them. So after the story, you're going to do your craft. And your craft are these little lion and bear masks. Aren't they cute? So each kid will get one mask, and then once they finish one, they can get the other one. And so you're just going to tape the popsicle stick on the back of the mask, and then for the bear, you're going to have some liquid glue, and you're going to give the kids some of the glue and a cotton ball, and you're going to dip the cotton ball in the glue and then rub it on the bear. And then you'll have coffee grounds, and you can sprinkle some coffee grounds on it so that the bear looks more like a little bear with fur. Then for the lion, you're going to put some glue on it with the cotton ball, and then you're going to put some of this orange string on it. And they're little masks. And the kids can do both the bear or the lion or just one. Whatever you guys have time for. Then afterwards, the next activity, little game, is called Save the Sheep. And so you'll have lots of little cotton balls that you can spread out throughout your room. And then you're going to make draw like a sheep pen with tape or something in your room. And you can, for the older kids, give them a little spoon, and the younger kids can just use their hands. Then the kids will go around and save all the little sheep or cotton balls around the room, and they'll put them in the pen. So for the pre-kinder and kinder, you'll give them the spoon, and they have to pick up the cotton ball with their spoon and walk over to the pin and put it in. For the little kids, they can just walk around, pick it up with their hand, and put it in the sheep pen. So that's the plan for this week. And don't forget at the end to do the memory verse with the kids, because it's really important for them to have that in their hearts so they can remember when something bad's going on. You know that, well, God is here with me. The Bible says, because the Bible's always true, that we have the Lord our God with us to help us fight our battles for us. And so I really encourage you guys as teachers to also learn the verse and memorize the verse, not only as a good example for the kids so that they can see, oh, my teacher's memorizing it, then I'll memorize it too, but also so that you can have it in your heart, and that when you are also going through a bad time, that you can have it in your heart to remind you. Okay, one thing that's not related to this week, but it's related to the month. We're collecting the shoe boxes for, what is it called? Christmas, the Christmas shoe boxes. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I don't remember what the company is called. Anyways, so we're going to be collecting those shoe boxes throughout this whole month. And so we encourage you guys as families to bring and do a shoebox. But also, if you can't, if you don't have the time to do a whole shoebox, or you can't afford to do a huge old shoebox for a kid, then what we're doing is, as the We Discover, as the 2s, 3s, pre-K, and kinder, we're going to create our own boxes for kids together. And we really are trying to have the kids focus on serving and giving to God. And so through the next 3 weeks, we want you guys to bring specific items to church, and we'll have a tub out in the hallway where you can put those items. So Lisa will be having a flyer out for you guys about what specific things we want. And please don't get what's not on the list. We only want what is on the list. So you can go with your child, and you can go and shop with them and say, we're going to bring this for these kids, and we're going to give this to God. And you can bring a couple items, just one item, whatever you want as a family to do, and bring it to our tub outside. And then the last week of the month, in our classes, the kids will fill the boxes together. So we really think this is going to be exciting, and we hope that you guys will participate with us, with your kids. And also, as a teacher, encourage your kids to do this too. Or if you're out with the parents and you're waiting for the kids to come, then talk to them about it, remind them about it, because we think this is going to be a really awesome thing, especially the last month when they get to build the boxes together in their classroom. So just be aware of that. And one last thing that we want to mention is that we really want you guys to try and be aware of kids who are new or have only come a few times, because sometimes those kids can just not be noticed in all the craziness, and it's really hard to notice every single kid. I know I teach a class and it's really hard, but with those new kids, we just really want to make an effort to make them feel welcomed and to say hi to them. So if you notice a child, even if they're not new, but they're just kind of by themselves over, just go and reach out to them so they can have a better experience here at Crossroads. So thank you, everybody, and I hope that you have an awesome week. If you have any questions, you can email us. And just God bless you for doing this and serving the Lord every week. Bye.